So when it comes to video, we've kind of evolved from single videos
Yeah.
along to a full sort of video package. So uh, what's the difference? What difference does it really make to have a single video and a video package?
I mean, I'll summarize it for you, and I believe I've learned many things from you in this regard as well. So, the differences has been already been mentioned by you, right? Why we need to create different piece of content now. Like as you mentioned, we have evolved. So it's been 13 years of evolution. That's very important. That's where our experience plays the most vital role. Not everyone has this. So, in my understanding of what we have seen so far, with so many clients worked on different types of projects, be it one of the most beautiful projects as well to the average projects as well. When I evaluated it, I found some of the videos did extremely well, while some of the videos which were very good looking but did nothing to the customer, which I believe was not the case. They came to us, they paid some money to get a certain output, but was not done. So that intrigued me, and I went and on a research and figured out what's not working.
My understanding is that they were delighted by the output, but didn't get the outcomes out.
Correct. They were delighted by the output, but not the outcome.
Yeah.
And then when I did my research, I spoke to all of them and tried to understand what worked, what didn't work. So my answer came from the people who use the video strategically. So by strategic distribution, as we were discussing, like we figure out they did, although not full fledged the way we are doing it at this point of time, but they distributed it in a way that it yielded more results. So even if the video didn't have the look and feel of an amazing Hollywood quality, it was like churning out the outcomes that was expected. So how we are doing it is based on the research and my understanding. We come up with a strategy altogether where we are now trying to not only create one piece of content, but smaller segments of those piece of content to engage the audience altogether. With this engagement, what happens is like initial tractions comes up, people, okay, what is this? I'm more interested. And this happens within 5 seconds of a span. Once they are into this engagement, they are being fed a different piece of content altogether, as you mentioned. And that has a different set of information which further intrigue them to inquire more. And then they are engaged with a long form of content. So a 60-second or say 90-second content is being now divided into a 5 seconds version, a 15-second version, a 30-second version, and a 60 or a 90-second version. And that's how people see. So they become more acceptable. And not only on one platform, that's where the distribution comes in. It's not one content distributed into multiple content, but also being distributed to multiple platforms.
Yes.
And then once that's happened, it creates a buzz. But that buzz will only land up with an inquiry, right? People will come up and inquire about you, see it on your website, might find more information. You will not win any clients at this point of time. You will just have people visiting your website and increasing the traffic. The result, the outcome is still not there. The outcome still needs some more work. So what comes into action is like then you need to create some strategic content for the guys who have actually been on your website, seen it all through, and are interested, might be evaluating or comparing you with the other options that are available in the market. So you need to be constantly engaging with those guys. So then comes like different piece of content altogether. Now they you can't fit in the same content because they are already aware about who you are, what you do. So that's been taken care. Now it's more about what advantages you bring to them, how you're different, what's your story, and what features and product and services, and how you're solving their problem. So it needs different piece of content altogether. So we come up with creating those piece of content for them strategically and then feeding that content to them. Once the engagement happened, probably after this stage, the chances of conversion increase because now they have compared you with the competitors that are there, how you are different, and then land up as a paying customer. Still, I believe most of the businesses will think like, and the marketer's job is done, honestly, at this level, 90% done. But retention is also a very key aspect of retaining like someone who has come up because cost of acquiring a customer is always high while retaining is very low. So as a CEO or as a founder of a SaaS based company, I'll say They need to focus on retaining the customer as well. This is very important because no matter what amount of money you burn while doing marketing, if you're not retaining any of those customers, you're not going to make a lot of profits.
It's almost more important to retain customers.
That's where the key lies. I mean, the more bigger you become, the more better you need to engage with them.
Yes.
So then you need to create content through which you can educate them more about your product, how it operates, how it troubleshoot sometimes. Because if it's learning at a self-paced, then it eases up, and no one wants to talk to the customer care or like send an inquiry and then wait for 24 hours to get a reply. If it's there already, and if it's done sequentially, you make them aware about it and troubleshoot it at their own level, at their own convenience, at their own time. So it's a very important part as well. And more about this is like when you have upgradations, feature upgrade or anything coming up, you just release a video altogether and then okay, these are the changes that happened, this is how it impacts my work, this is what I need to do. So that is also there. So what we have done is we have summarized everything all together into our 3 packages. That's where our experience comes in. Like not one package suits everyone. So someone might look for, let's say they are very new, they just want to create a buzz. So they can go for our awareness package in which we create a content which will create some awareness, but not, but we don't promise any sales because that's beyond our control as well.
Awareness is such a like nothing type metric
Yeah.
that a lot of sort of old school video production companies say awareness. But I'm guessing, I hope you're about to say that you build on that with a different package.
Yes. So awareness is just like people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. But it's not going to help the business directly. So it's just that they know you exist.
Yeah.
Your story has been in front of them. But the most important package I believe is the acquisition package. We call it acquisition because you actually acquire the paying customer at this stage.
Yeah.
So you need to have awareness and then acquisition all together placed into your content strategy.
Yeah.
With different pieces of content which make them not only aware but also take the next step, next action that is required by feeding the information.
Yeah, okay. And when you say acquisition, you're saying prospect acquisition or
Yes.
deal acquisition.
So prospect acquisition mostly happens and the deal is also acquired. So with awareness you might be able to acquire the prospects, but with acquisition you are acquired the deal.
Yes.
With
You
association.
see it in your CRM.
Awesome. And then once the deal is done, then you re-engage and then with the growth package where like you are creating a content for their learning on how to do this troubleshooting content and also learning them more about their features and products and what new releases that are coming up. So that is how we are trying to solve the problems of B2B market, basically B2B SaaS companies, because I believe B2B selling is very complex. It's not easy. The decision making takes a lot of time to and fro, and then there is a lot of competitions as well. So if you do go through this sequence, and we have done a research on HubSpot. I mean, HubSpot is one of our biggest case studies where we identified how HubSpot is strategically using the content altogether into their sales and buyers engagement funnel, and that is what working best for them. There's no better use case of having HubSpot B2B company altogether, SaaS based, targeting worldwide.
Yes.
Very complex, but doing very beautifully.